What's going on, everybody? My name is Skates, and today I am coming to you with an update about the Native Instruments Maschine MK3 template for Ableton Live 10. Reason why I am bringing this to the light is because a lot of people do not know about this template because it worked for maybe like 2 months when the Maschine MK3 first came out, and then after that it was finite, stopped working altogether when the newer update for Maschine came out, and I was somebody who was in the forums that was hot about it because it trashed my entire workflow. But now that it's back, I want to show this because a lot of people have no idea about the functionality of it, and it's definitely a dope template for Maschine integration within Ableton. So before we even talk about that, let's bring up how it is that you even install it in the first place. So I'm at the Native Instruments website, and what you want to do is one, make sure you have the controller editor installed on your computer, which you should automatically have installed by default if you are using Maschine altogether. You want to grab the MIDI remote script folder for Ableton 10 or Ableton 9, actually, because it's not the one that's actually for Ableton 10. It's the one for Ableton 9. So where it is located is a little different for Mac, of course, because the directories are different for Mac than they are for PC. I myself am a PC user. So you want to grab them from this directory if you are a Mac user. Mac, HD, Applications, Native Instruments, Controller Editor, Template Support Files, Ableton Live/10. For Windows, it's in Program Files, Native Instruments, Controller Editor, Template Support Files, Ableton Live 9/10. Now for me, it was not actually in the Ableton 10 folder, it was in the Ableton Live 9 folder. So we go to Program Files, Native Instruments, where is it at? Controller Editor, ABCD, Template Files. For a lot of people, it was not in Ableton Live 10, it's in Ableton Live 9. So you just grab this one here that says Maschine MK3 Legacy, copy that, and then you want to bring that to the hidden folder inside of your computer. So we go back to this PC, and I know my shit is in the red, but I have everything backed up, so I'm cool right now. From there, you go to Program Data, and Ableton Live 10 Suite, Resources, MIDI Remote Scripts, and you paste that here. So hit that, paste, and then you can close out of that. You want to restart Ableton if you have it open currently. If you don't have it open, then you don't have to worry about that. And that is pretty much the half of it. And the preferences, and I'll just hit Control, comma. You want to go to MIDI link, select Maschine MK3 Legacy from the control surface. Input, you want to select Maschine MK3 Control MIDI. For output, same exact thing, Maschine MK3 Control MIDI. You go to track on, sync on, remote on. You just click these to turn these on for all the shit that actually comes up for Maschine. For the external MIDI, for the legacy MIDI input, for the legacy MIDI output, make sure all of these are on for the inputs and for the outputs, so you are golden from there. The last thing that you want to do inside of the Native Instruments controller editor, you just go to factory templates here and then click Ableton Live 9. A new one of these will go ahead and come up for you. And as you can see, I have a bunch of different templates for the different DAWs that I use at different standpoints in time. So from there, you then are enabled to use the controller to do anything it is that you want to go ahead and do with it. So off the bat, all of the transport functions work: record, stop, play. All of the group buttons then become the controllers of selecting all of these different tracks that you have in Ableton. So if I hit A, that's one is always going to start with A, B, C, D, which is dope. If you hit the pad mode, it just takes you into pad mode. You can keyboard mode. Keyboard mode will actually allow you to select the different scales and what halftone or semitone you're playing in a root note, which is cool. If you hit the down button, it chooses the different scales. So if you press the 4-way controller down, lets you select your scales. If you press this N and you turn it, it allows you to go by a half step up or down. If you turn it to the right, it goes up. If you turn it to the left, it goes down. You dig? So let's go up an octave by pressing this to the right. And right now I'm in Iona major. Yes, so you have that and your drum rack. This works the same exact way. So I'm going over to my drum rack right now. Let's highlight that. And what's dope is that, let me arm this. So we arm this and the pads actually come up with whatever color by default. The pads will be colored inside of Ableton. You can actually right click this here. If you undo the chain, you can right click it and color the pads whatever you want them to, and the pads will actually change that color on the machine as well. What else did I want to highlight? Oh, patterns and scenes. So let's say you have a bunch of different patterns here. You click the pattern button, you can actually see all the patterns become that color on the controller. If you press them, it will activate the different patterns. Likewise, it will activate the scene. If you press the scene button, you'll see all of the scenes highlight and all of your scenes are there. So it's just another level of performance inside of Ableton Live, which is dope. A lot of good things came from this. This is how I used to do all of my production while I was on the go, as I was mentioning before. Banged out a lot of tracks really fast using this and just the keyboard when I'll be on the go and I'll be on the clock and at work in the building. So I just wanted to highlight this because, again, a lot of people didn't know about this, and it was something that I really loved, that I'm happy that they brought back to the forefront with the Native Instruments Maschine MK3 controller. So thanks for watching. Again, my name is Skates, and y'all have a blessed day. Peace.